love. And those who live in love live in God, and God lives in them. In the presence of God, we have come together to witness the marriage of Ben and Deiza, to pray for God's blessing on them, to share their joy, and to celebrate their love.
Old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Starting with the something old has come from Auntie.
So this is Lucy's grandma's, which was inherited. So that was given to Jet on her wedding day.
The something new has come from Ben. He was so keen that you didn't see it, he had it delivered to my house. And you've got to put it on before you go.
Aw, thank you, darling.
Yay, now you're ready!
Let's go get married!
Well, a very warm welcome to all of you here today to St. Luke's Church for Ben and Deiza's wedding. Such a joyous occasion. We've all been anticipating it, and the day has arrived and the sun has shone, and we are truly glad to be here to see God bless your union together. We have come together to witness the marriage of Ben and Deiza, to pray for God's blessing on them, to share their joy, and to celebrate their love. Ben and Deiza, I now invite you to join hands and make your vows in the presence of God and his people. I, Benjamin Adam, take you, Deiza Kerry.
I, Benjamin Adam, take you, Deiza Kerry.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death us do part.
Till death us do part.
According to God's holy law.
According to God's holy law.
In the presence of God, I make this vow.
In the presence of God, I make this vow.
I, Deiza Kerry, take you, Benjamin Adam.
I, Deiza Kerry, take you, Benjamin Adam.
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death us do part, according to God's holy law. In the presence of God, I make this vow. Deiza, I give you this ring
Deiza, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honor you.
With my body, I honor you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Ben, I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage. With my body, I honor you. All that I am, I give to you. And all that I have, I share with you. Within the love of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. In the presence of God and before this congregation, Ben and Deiza have given their consent and made their marriage vows to each other. They have declared their marriage by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of rings. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife. Congratulations.
here together because two people love each other very much, and it's Mr. and Mrs. Kavanagh. Can we give them a big round of applause? Congratulations, guys. So right now, I think it's the part of the evening that everyone looks forward to because it's always the funniest bit. It is the speeches. So first up on my list, I have Uncle PC. Where are you, Uncle PC?
Just got a few more coming up the stairs. The toilet didn't look that big when I went to it. Good afternoon and welcome to this very special occasion. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Paul and I have the great pleasure of delivering this speech as father of the bride. I couldn't have been any prouder than earlier today walking down the aisle with Deiza. I never thought of it as giving her away, more just sharing a very special part of my life. I'm not the only one with good reason to be proud today. Brenda, you have raised a wonderful daughter. Kim and Lance, Ben is a real credit to you. Talented, charming, and obviously has extremely good taste. On behalf of Deiza, we welcome you into the family. As you will have realised, Deiza is far too beautiful for me to be her father. I am actually Uncle PC, a position I've held for many years, pretty well since she was born. It would be improper of me It would be improper of me to give away any hints to the bride's age. However, I will tell you that she is starting university this year and leave you to do the sums. Ben, you're a very lucky chap to have found a wife so much your junior. The flip side is, Deiza is already the proud owner of a titanium hip. So maybe the university story is a bit of a smokescreen. Truly, I believe you are as young as you feel, and I'm sure we'll see how young that hip is feeling when the music gets going. Deiza, there is so much more I'd like to say about you, but I know there are other important people from today that have a few words to say. I know Max is very looking forward to his turn. So I'll crack on. You looked incredible today, and still do. You are a beautiful woman and a wonderful niece. You have married a terrific man. Excuse me, sorry. I've had a stickage. You've married a terrific man, and I'm sure that the two of you will make a perfect couple. I won't bore you with any lengthy pieces of paternal advice regarding marriage and life together. However, after 25 years of wedded bliss, it has all been bliss. I will point out the two key traits that have served your aunt and I well over the years. Deiza, you will need to rely on your good sense of humour, your tolerant nature, and your selective hearing. Ben, you will need to realise when you're beaten. Deiza and Ben, this world is entirely yours, and it's only you who will determine its rules. I'm sure that you will build a reliable family home, your safe haven where you feel at ease, which will give you strength to withstand the storms and challenges of life ahead on this journey. Hang on, I might just run through that one again. Which will give you the strength to withstand the storms and challenges of life ahead. It makes perfect sense when I read it properly, doesn't it? On this journey, let me wish you only love and good fortune. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding, as it is my pleasant duty to propose a toast to the happy couple. Please raise your glasses to Deiza and Ben, the bride and groom.
Hello. Okay, so for those who don't know me, I'm Katie, Deiza's best friend. Deiza and I met 16 years ago at secondary school when we were... Sorry, I'm going to cry. There you go, Ben. That's success in Ben's eyes. We were placed by chance next to each other because our names both began with B. Since then, we were pretty much inseparable. We would be together literally all day, every day. Walk home together, and then actually we had to split off on our walks, do you remember? And so for that short distance we had to walk between there and home, we actually bought walkie-talkies. So it was like pre-mobile phone, so that we could keep talking on that short bit. And when we went on holiday, we'd write down everything that was happening in our lives. Very important things. One update I remember in particular is when your newt died. So, R.I.P. We had a series of strange habits, actually, including high-fiving each other when we'd see someone with an afro. Anyone here? Giving all boys we had any kind of interaction with a weird nickname, so shout out to Stupid Parrot and Creature Attacks, 2 key ones. And yeah, and another one at Zaina's. Zaina used to have these crazy house parties, and Deiza and I would buy Caribbean Twist and pour it into the bottle cap and like take it as shots and convince each other that we were like completely smashed. We also invented a code and wrote letters to each other with all our deepest, darkest feelings. They took literally hours to write, and then literally we sent them in the post, and then literally hours to translate. But it was totally worth it. And to be honest, it's not that much different now. Despite the complete inconvenience of living in different places and having jobs, Deiza and I are always in constant communication, and I still know that she's there for me to share my deepest, darkest secrets, no matter what. Although we've not cracked out the code in a while. Yeah, let's dig that out. Now, Ben, I met a couple of years ago when we walked around the lakes as part of Deiza and Ben's first trail walker training. And Deiza briefed me for this meeting by saying that she'd found no flaws in this man, apart from the fact he smoked an e-cigarette. That was the one. But since then, I'm pleased to report that he has given up. So now, Ben, you are completely perfect. Ben fit into Deiza's life immediately and perfectly, and I think I speak for all of her friends and family today when I say how much we adore Ben and how happy we are he's in our lives too. I couldn't be happier that Deiza and Ben have found each other. They drive each other in such amazing ways. And I can't read now. And they're going to have a life full of amazing experiences, be that walking, working, or traveling the world. I'm sure you're all as excited as I am to see what they do next. So please join me in toasting the Mr. and Mrs. Kavanagh.
Okay. I started getting quite emotional then, so probably going to start crying in about 3 sentences. I'd just like to start off by thanking everyone for being here today with us to celebrate this amazing day. As you all know, Deiza and I live such busy and hectic lives, and while we do our best to reach out and spend time with everyone, it's a rare occasion to be surrounded by so many people we love, friends and family alike. that was 3 sentences. Game over. So thank you. And it really wouldn't be the same without everyone here. Although at the same time, it probably would have been a lot easier to do this speech to an empty room. Thank you to Jer and PC and to Deiza's nanny and granddad for all their hard work with the wedding accessories and the decorations today, because everything you've contributed today has added such an amazing personal touch to the day, and we can't thank you enough for that. I'm also grateful for how warmly I was welcomed into your family from day one and the ongoing support you provide to Deiza and I, so thank you for that as well. Oh, it's going to kill me. I'd like to thank my siblings, Summer, Scott and Brad, for showing me what it means to be in a relationship. I've learned so much from all of you about what love means and what it means to make a relationship work. And I don't think I'd be in this position today if it wasn't for you, so I really appreciate that. I'm wrecked. I'd also like to thank my parents, just generally for putting me up for the past 28 years. As the youngest, I know I've hardly been the easiest of children to deal with, other than Summer. But in all seriousness, I couldn't possibly put into words how grateful I am for the life and upbringing and opportunities you've afforded me. You've made me a man worth marrying, Deiza, and for that I'll always be grateful for. When I first actually officially introduced Deiza as my partner to the family at the barbecue after Trail Walker, Deiza was welcomed with open arms, but I will never forget my dad dancing with Deiza at midnight to some random songs in the garden. They'd only just met, really, so it's just one of those things. I can't go without thanking my best man and the groomsmen. So thanks for getting showered today and getting up before noon. It's nice for you to show up. I'll take that back. I'm no longer thankful. But seriously, we've done so much together as a group, and I really cherish the time we get to spend together. From digging Max out the side of a sand dune in the middle of the desert, to spending literally thousands of hours in front of a computer with you, Jake, to idealizing Matt and Alex's relationship goals for so long before finally achieving my own. Thank you to the bridesmaids, Zaina, Katie, Zoe, and Imi, who look absolutely stunning. Thank you for supporting Deiza and being there for her over the past few months, especially. Deiza's lucky to have such kind and thoughtful friends and family, Zaina obviously. And from the first day I met any of you, you treated me like we'd been as friends for as long as you'd been friends with Deiza for, so thank you for that. Here we go. The famous saying goes that when you find love when you least expect it. I don't even know what I said. I'm just going to start that one again. Let's pretend. The famous saying goes that you find love when you least expect it. There we go. And that couldn't have been more true for Deiza and I. While I've known Deiza for about 6 years now, it wasn't until about 4 years ago that we serendipitously crossed paths at a time when, looking back, we were both probably just trying to figure things out a little bit. But that was it. A chase encounter in the corridor at work, being in the right place, at the right time, on the right day, completely changed my life. So the most important person I'd like to thank today, Deiza, is you. He's there somewhere. Not only for the amount of thought, care, effort and passion that you've put in today, but because you inspire me, you encourage me, and because you're the better half of me. I couldn't imagine anyone else in this world that I would rather spend the rest of my life with. So if everyone would like to raise a glass with me to my absolutely stunning wife, to Deiza. To Deiza! Max has a tendency to lie. So, who's doing the speech next? Everyone expects my speech.
Everyone's expecting my speech to be really bad, but I think it's actually quite nice. God. Everyone thinks I'm such a meanie. Right, hi everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Max, Ben's best man. Now, Ben knows I'm pretty rubbish at public speaking, so I think he's chosen me to be the best man just to get back at me. Puts me through this, and I'm quite nervous. Right, it's a fact that the best man's speech is meant to resemble the looks of the best man, so I'll try and keep mine short. First of all, I'd like to thank Ben and Deiza for such a wonderful, wonderful day. I mean, it's been great so far. I'm sure everyone agrees. And I was going to thank all of you, but free food and booze, I mean, you're going to show up, right? I've known Ben for a long time. I remember his first girlfriend, actually. It was a relationship I thought was going to last until he overinflated her and she popped. On a serious note. On a serious note, me and Ben met in school, and it wasn't a stereotypical kind of friendship at first sight. Ben spent the first few months trying to find his friends group when he moved out to Dubai, and we only ended up actually meeting when they transferred us onto the same bus route, didn't they? And straight away, I knew me and Ben had the same taste in music because he would sit at the back of the bus singing Panic at the Disco at the top of his lungs every single day. I mean, most people are pretty grotty at 6:30 in the morning, but not Ben. Everyone else didn't really like it. So we started hanging out more and more. By the end of sixth form, we pretty much didn't do anything apart. Obviously, there were some things we didn't do together. Okay, we did everything. Our friendship started to blossom through and through school until Ben moved to Leeds for university. I took a year out, and obviously because I couldn't be that far away from him, I had to move to the same city, so I moved over to Leeds. Within about 2 weeks, Ben was sleeping on my floor on an air mattress, so apparently being in the same city wasn't enough for Ben. To stay in the same room every night as well. We've worked together, we've travelled together, we've grown up together, we've done so much together. I've become the man who I am now because of most of the experiences we've done and had. And it all led to this point, me standing next to you giving your best man speech, which is, I'm so grateful for. It means the world to me, it really does. Right, now it gets a little bit soppier. When we were on the way back from Ben's stag night, I'm not going to mention anything else, don't worry. It's fine. We had a bit of a disagreement on the way home, a few of us in the car. And within 5 minutes, the issue had come up and was resolved. We had discussed things together as friends, and we basically resolved the issue very, very quickly. And it takes a certain type of friendship, trust in each other, understanding of each other to, get through things that quickly. I know because I've grown up with two brothers, so. It's a real show of friendship and trust to talk things out. And it can only be done if you have a certain respect and understanding for someone, right? So after this disagreement, after 5 minutes, everyone was happy and pretty relaxed, and I brought up the situation about how we sorted this issue so quickly and the reasons why. And without thinking, Ben just said, that's how Deiza and I sort out issues. And now, from that one sentence, I looked over at his face, and in his face, I didn't see realization. I didn't see him suddenly figuring out that he had this incredible connection, understanding, respect, and trust with Deiza. What I saw on his face was that he already knew he had all of those things. I saw in his face absolute assurance that he had chosen the right woman. And I believe that someone is the most truthful when no one's watching. All of this was shown on Ben's face. It was a look of pure pride, pride in his relationship, pride in his now wife, and it's a look that I'll never forget, a look of unrequited love for the woman he was about to marry. And I know beyond any doubt that he has found someone special, truly. Someone to discuss things with, resolve issues with, someone to spend the rest of your life getting closer and closer to and loving more day by day. And that is the type of connection that is very difficult to find between people. And I'm so happy that you found it in each other, really. So, last time, if we could raise a glass, Ben and Deiza. Ben and Deiza. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So, without further ado, let's let the new Mrs. and Mr. Kavanagh have their first dance.